Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video, it's time to do the sale for the Spawn axe. I know a lot of you have been asking for this ever since I showed the very first 3D render. I got it all done, I printed it out, I got it all set up, I molded, I casted it, and here we have it, finally. And by the time I did all of that, McFarlane said that they're going to be releasing a Target exclusive version of Spawn with an axe. I personally don't care for that, and I'm happy to have this and to not buy the other one. If you like the other one more, then you can just disregard this. But I'm still going to be selling this because it's an entirely different type of weapon than the other one. Not type, but style of weapon. This is from the Spawn game, I think it was called Armageddon, and also from Soul Calibur 2, and I know a lot of people wanted this accessory for Spawn since we finally have a good Spawn figure. So that's why I'm making it, and a lot of people seem to want it, so we're going to do a sale. Now, if you guys have been following me, you saw that I was having a bit of an issue coming up with pricing, because obviously with like the head sales that I do, the heads are a very important part of a figure, and you need a good head on a figure, and I can justify the pricing that I do based on the amount of work it takes to make a head and the need for the head to exist. This, on the other hand, is just an accessory. It happens to be an awesome one, I think, but it is still just an accessory, so I understand that it is not as intrinsically valuable as a head for some people. However, it takes about the same amount of work. For example, I have to paint the whole thing black, dry brush the silver, dry brush the gunmetal, down here too, put a wash over those things, re-dry brush them, repaint the black, paint the green eyes, paint the red. Well, actually I have to paint this black, dry brush the red, and then put a wash over the red, and then spray the whole thing. There's still lots of little steps and lots of time involved in painting something like this if you want it to come out nice. So, my dilemma was, how much do I charge such that people can actually afford it, will want to buy it, and that it's actually worth me doing? So I don't normally go into this whole thing, but I thought it was an interesting thing because I hadn't really thought about it before, and why not share it with you guys? And also, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of people detracting, and so if you're going to complain in the comments, I'm just going to delete it. We don't need any of that. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I get it, but I still have to charge what it is worth me doing. Enough to make it worth me doing. English is hard. So, here's the deal. I'm going to go through all the specs and then get to the sale price because viewership is important and YouTube algorithm. I will be selling domestically and internationally. It's very straightforward. There will be links down in the description below to purchase either unpainted or painted axes. I almost said heads. If you're domestic, make sure you use one of those links. If you are international, make sure you use one of those links. The international links will include an additional $10 charge for postage. That is an average of what it costs me additionally to ship to all the various countries. That's just how it has to work. Okay? If you buy more than one axe, you will only be charged one additional fee. And so here's how this works. The links that are in the description below have a number at the end. That is the price you have to pay. You'll notice the international ones have an additional $10 or additional 10 to them. If you need to buy more than one, just change that number using math skills to the correct amount. Okay? Okay. It's going to be done through PayPal, so you have to have a PayPal account with the correct address. If it does not have the correct address in there, I cannot ship it to you and your order will just be canceled. It's very straightforward. As far as the timeline on these things go, it's going to take as long as it takes for me to make them. I'm making them all by hand. This is going to be a much more limited run than the heads, but still, I get a lot of orders for these kind of things and I have to make them all. So it could take me a while. I could get them all done very quickly. There's no way to say. You're just going to have to be patient and bear with me. If you don't trust me, then just don't buy it. If you do trust me, then buy it and be patient, and it will come to you whenever I get it done, and there will be a shipping notification emailed to you. It's very straightforward. If you participated in the previous sales, you know it might take a while because there's lots of orders, but it is a very simple, painless, straightforward process. You pay, I make them in the order, the orders come in, and then they get shipped out. Very, very simple. If you have any issues, I will just cancel the order. I'm not dealing with any sort of issues or complaints or anything like that. Obviously, changes of address and things like that, I understand, and I work with people for that. But if you're going to complain about delays or anything, then your order will just be canceled. There is no problem with me doing that. I'm more than happy to just not deal with people that are going to cause problems. Okay, on to the fun part. The pricing on the... Oh, by the way, if you buy it unpainted, you will get it in two parts. The handle up through the red, where it meets the silver, or gunmetal, that's going to be one part, and it pegs in up here. Needs to be glued. I have to tell you that. because that way you know exactly what you're getting. If you buy a painted one, it will come exactly as you see it. Now, as I noted, the handle will be painted, and it has to go in his hand. It is up to you to do that carefully to not scratch it. Now, I've used good paints and I do as much as I can to prevent it from scratching. I haven't had any trouble personally, but if you just wedge it in there and jam it, you will probably scratch the red off. It is black underneath, so it won't be that big of a deal, but you should be aware you do have to be somewhat careful about putting it in his hand because it will be painted. That should be understood, but now you know for sure. Okay, so if you want to buy the unpainted axe, $18 domestic. International, you have to add 10. Buy as many as you want. If you want more than one, just change the number, do your math, put the right number at the end of the link as you type it into your web address bar, and it'll do it for you. All right, and I'll know how many you order based on the value in that total. Very easy. You don't need to put a note section in or anything like that. So unpainted, $18. Painted, $34. Domestic. Additional 10 for international. I understand it's an accessory and that sounds like a lot. It is. I get it. If you don't want to buy it, I won't be offended. That's what I have to charge. It's just as simple as that. And realistically, if you look at it, you have things like Demoniacal Fit charging out the wazoo for mass-produced things, and it's okay. So hey, this is all made by hand, so if you like it, sweet. If you don't, well, kick rocks. No, I'm just kidding, but seriously, go away. No, seriously, I don't mind. It's fine, I get it. That's what it has to be, that's what it's gonna be, and there you go. So I'll give you a better look. I realize I talked a lot and didn't show you much. You can see there's texturing throughout the black part and the eyes, and obviously there's like battle damage marks on the silver, weathering throughout. It's made to look like it came with this figure, you know what I mean? It's like not like a pristine, clean looking axe. I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool. I made it as accurate as I could to the Soul Calibur version, but it happens to also be very accurate to the Armageddon version because I think Soul Calibur boosted it from that. But oh, it's also, they're not 3D printed. Some people seem to be confused about that when I make the heads and things. They are 3D printed as part of the process, but what you're buying is molded in resin, polyurethane resin, or plastic. It's essentially just a hard plastic. Not like brittle, not that kind of hard plastic. Like there's a little bit of flex to it if you need there to be, but it's a plastic durable accessory. It's not like a brittle 3D print or anything like that, so. Okay, that became a really long video. Now you know about the sale, and there it is. Oh, I should probably talk about the timing of the sale. You have 1 week from today. This is July 4th, Saturday. You have until midnight of the following Saturday. I'm only going to do 1 week for this sale, unless it's just like crazy, and then maybe I'll extend it, but we'll see. I would like to make this a more limited run, but we'll see how it goes. So that is the deal. I think I've covered everything. If you have any questions, ask in the comment section below. If you're going to be a whiny complainer, then just don't bother, because I'll just delete it. I won't bother dealing with you. I think I've covered everything. So there it is. There's the axe sale. Thanks for watching. Happy 4th of July if you're in the US, and if you're not, well, have a good day anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and still give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. All these things matter, even though it's just a regular, not a regular video, it's a sale video, but do it anyway, I guess. That's how YouTube works. And make sure you do subscribe for future sales. The next thing I'll be doing, which is going to be a long way down the road probably, but I have 3 different unmasked Wolverine heads, Logan heads. I have one yelling, one with a cigar, and one just kind of neutral. So those will be coming soon-ish, long after this sale probably. Like not weeks, probably like multiple months from now. But there's all that. So subscribe for all that good stuff. In the meantime, keep collecting.